the more you earn.
Testing the cardboard airplane. It's crazy.
On the last episode of the Cardboard Airplane Saga, we made a cardboard
Fucking
fuselage that I'm
cardboard
going to fly in.
airplane?
Cardboard
Are you
wings in the
serious,
previous
bro?
video. Now that we have this cardboard airplane body, it's time to add some electronics to it, mainly engines, controls, wheels, and these strappy straps to hold the wings on.
This shit can't be real.
We got the straps strapped in with hot glue and tape. Very, very, very sturdy. Now, I did talk about this, about jettisonable landing gear, because I think that'd be really, really cool for this airplane, because it doesn't really matter that it does takeoffs and landings in rows. We're not doing any touch and goes unless I'm just dragging the fuselage across the ground and then taking off again, which I'm hopefully not doing. So for that, we're going to be building a carriage. So we're basically going to be putting this together. I'm going to make a little kind of pin here that wraps around this piece of wood that I stuck in there, so that when I release the pin in the front, this pivots outwards, and then once it's facing basically straight down, it'll fall off. Ejectable landing gear.
I have no clue what the fuck what he was trying to explain, bro. But okay. This can't be real. Ain't no way. A cardboard
I have successfully crafted
airplane,
something
bro.
that is actually probably more heavy than the cardboard airplane itself. So this is our jettisonable landing gear. We are going to be doing 2 phases of testing. One involves a high-speed taxi test where I make sure this is secured completely to the airplane and doesn't fall out. The second test is where I take off, climb to 10 feet, pull a pin, and release this whole assembly, and then really fly the airplane. Because this thing weighs...
This nigga about to build a cardboard airplane, bro.
I don't know. Where's the scale? Today I weigh 150 pounds. And today this thing weighs 184 pounds. That's like 34 pounds. It actually weighs more than the empty cardboard airplane with tail feathers and everything. It's gonna fly better once I release this. It rolls pretty good though. That I release the pin, and this gravity just takes over. This falls out. This gets to the point where it's just out of it just like rolls itself out of the cam. At this point, gravity will take over, and this is just
this shit
going
actually
straight down to
tough,
the
though.
ground. And then we have no landing gear. Who needs landing gear? I've seen my fair share of people landing their own private airplanes using
Oh my
planes with
God.
retractable landing gear, or they don't put the landing gear down.
No, for real. Yup.
Now they're usually fine, but the plane itself is not so fine. All right.
Yo,
we
you
have
got to
an
have
entire
mad free
landing
time
gear
for this
assembly
shit,
ways
though.
for the airplanes. Put the airplane on it. This is
For the
honestly
dude that's
really funny how
definitely
light
gotta
this
be
is versus
experienced.
how heavy this is. It weighs nothing. We're flying all along. Got our landing gear. It's kind of suspended with some string that goes up around the fuselage. Probably fine, honestly. Who knows? Maybe if this thing gets hung up or something, and this tears out, now it's firmly stuck to the airframe, which is a little bit of a bad thing, because I prefer it all rip out, but maybe it'll just tear out. Who knows? I doubt it will be that dangerous. Only one way to really find out. So we have this. My feet, I just move one of my feet here for a brief second and push. And the carriage drops away like that. So that was pretty solid, honestly. It didn't even need to rotate very far, it just fell off.
What?
I chose the domain name joshharmon.tv because I think about my content like a little television.
You might be wondering, what is with this sled thing? Well, dear viewer, if you haven't been following me for a very long time, we actually did one of those man-flying drone things. Unfortunately, I kind of tied it to a Christmas video, so the algorithm didn't really pick it up. I don't know, YouTube just kind of hates Christmas, and maybe hates everything in general, especially season things. So this video didn't get that popular, but you should go check it out. I put my dad in it first. We flew around via RC, had a DJI flight controller, then I got it and flew it around. So yeah, it's a manned drone before they kind of got super duper popular, I guess, on YouTube. But back on topic, it has motors.
That's
The
crazy.
lift from this thing is pretty good. Like each of these is about 30 something pounds. 30, 60, 90, 120. 120 pounds of thrust. Now we are going to lose some of it. It's not really 120 pounds because we're using them in like a pull-push configuration, where this one's actually doing a little bit less work since they're the exact same blade pitch and size. This does a little bit less work. Doesn't matter. I think 120 pounds is more than enough for us to fly this piece of crap carburetor airplane.
Drone.
So I'm going to take this motor bar, we're going to slap it on that, and that will be our engine assembly. Oh, that frees up so much space up there. Now you can put more junk up there. Okay, we got the sled motor. This is going to power our dreams of flight. These have to be slipped on. The order of assembly. It's 2 layers of cardboard with this plywood. I'm sure this could take easily 100 pounds of pulling force without ripping out. And plus these are electric, so they're really, really smooth, so I'm not worried about vibrations. If this was gas, ooh, we could lose the motor, especially if it vibrates.
You got max skill points.
Resonates the airframe at certain RPMs. I'm glad I don't have to deal with any of that crap because the brushless motors are super duper smooth. The fuselage itself is canted a few degrees, probably just because of a poor quality control, but you know, it is cardboard. I'll take level motors though overall, so it's good enough.
That's crazy. It's already like
every plane needs instruments, so therefore I have my old Pizza Hut dinner.
Wait.
Because this box looks perfect for holding my airplane instruments. So I've been working on this. We're going to use some Arduino. So now we have an indicated airspeed sensor. So we're going to mount this on the airplane, which I have to make a better enclosure for this. The next thing we need to install in the airplane is a breathalyzer to make sure blood alcohol content is high enough so you can fly the airplane. Because you gotta be kind of crazy to fly this thing. And I'm going to put the instrument inside of my pizza box. I'm going to mount this to the airplane. I also got to do an altimeter, so let's go work on the altimeter, and we can put all this together. I really don't know why I'm adding these instruments in. I mean, it's kind of funny to see how fast this plane's going. Plus, I do want to actually be able to play back some of the video and see exactly how fast and how high we were going. It literally makes no sense to do any of this. It's like, it's an ultralight. Like, if you need an airspeed, an altimeter, and an attitude indicator, you're cooked. You're totally cooked. Don't fly an ultralight.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
You just have to fly an ultralight by the seat of your pants. It's really the best way is to do it. All of my ultralights have been flown by nothing but feel. But I like the idea of having an altimeter stuck in a pizza box on the front of the airplane. This project definitely has tons of steps, from making the fuselage to the wings and now to the small details like this. It means there's tons to manage. It takes smart steps and planning for most of the projects on this channel to efficiently make good content, which is why I use Odoo to help streamline this process.
W sponsor, I ain't gonna lie. Shit.
I've noticed quite a few comments. We haven't really done the Q&A yet, but a lot of people were like, you should make it rear controlled and just get in and fly, or you should fly it rear controlled first, or you should just turn it into an RC airplane when you're done with it. All very good points. The big point I want to make
see this
is
bad boy go up in the air, bro.
So I get in the airplane, and it's such a tight fit. Not only do I have to climb around this control column, it's now I have more of my way. It's like,
look at the
how
windows.
do I get out of this thing easier if I have to get around the stick or if something gets mangled up? I also have to plug this to go to the side of the airplane and do all of that. Now, I did think about this in another way, too. It's like, okay, maybe we isolate a few of the controls to just full manual with actual cables for feedback.
Bro.
So I was thinking maybe we just do the elevator only and I pull back on the stick to take off and, you know, control pitch. Well, I don't really like that either because now I have this complex thing of this stick and I have to get my controller and I was going to mount the controller to the stick and I have to, like, fly the airplane with the controller for the throttle, the differential motor steering for the initial takeoff roll, and the rudder, but the elevator is mapped to this thing, so I have to teach my brain to do this to take off, which I'm not going to be able to do in a short period of time. I'm immediately going to start pulling back on the RC control stick because I'm thinking it's a big RC airplane and screw myself doing that. So let's just make the whole thing freaking fly-by wireless wire. So it's going to, rather be like fly-by-wire like an F-16 or something, it's fly-by-wire wireless. Because we have wires that control the servos, and then we have a wireless connection to the back of the airplane, which is really stupid, but I'm going to try to make this thing as redundant as possible. I'll show you guys that in a minute when we build it. I can't wait to do this stuff. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I really should just do the other work, because this is, like, not really that important.
That's how you know,
it's
bro,
an attitude indicator.
That's how you know
this
you know what
kind of a vital
he's
instrument.
doing.
Actually, not really. So this thing has a G meter in it. It's pretty cool.
You already
That's
know
a pretty
what
good
he's
piece
doing.
of information that'll tell me when my wings are going to fall off my airplane. Because we only tested it to about probably 2 Gs, maybe. It looks so cool. It's like the ultimate desk
We're
toy.
not even showing us
I
yet.
bought a bunch of these multi-weave flight controllers. You used to have to buy an Adreno Nano or some sort of Adreno, solder on an MPU 6050, which is an accelerometer thing. Most of us back in the day took apart a Wii video game controller because it had accelerometer gyroscope. You solder the two things together and make your own flight controller. I actually had to explain this to someone the other day ago. Then they asked me, well, do you have any experience with multi-rotors? So I'm like, I was there when the text was written.
I feel like
So this stuff is super old. It's basically worth nothing. Nobody messes with this anymore. So I have a whole bunch of these chips. I don't know. I'll see if you guys are interested and maybe comment something. But I might actually assemble a few of these units by hand and maybe sell a few of them. All right, we're going to mount this into the pizza box along with our airspeed indicator. I also have an attitude indicator that I still need to assemble. So we're going to have airspeed, attitude, and altitude. The 3 A's of flight. So we have our altitude indicator. You just input the inches of mercury.
like I'm
so
in
you call
class
your
right
local
now.
airport. They give you the AWOS automated weather observation system.
y'all ever had that, bro? That moment, like not even the moment, bro. It's like goddamn, like just you just go in class, bro. You just can't learn shit, man. It's like what the hell?
And you just put in your inches of mercury there to adjust your elevation.
brain just not
I actually
picking
have
up
like,
what
a,
he's-
like an actual secondary altitude that just displays.
He's
what is
explaining
your-
it
So that's fun to put into.
as
So
simple,
that's cool. I gotta mount one of those
like
instruments.
simple
in
as
here.
possible. But
So I have another display. We gotta do that. I gotta do all this crap for tomorrow. I'm gonna put this in the pizza box. And for flight controls, we have servos.
I feel like I'm learning
Not
my
just any servos, though.
Big
too much in my head.
Very big servo. It should be enough strong to fly airplane good.
No, for the people that's already interested in this, it's probably like class for them. Cause he's actually hold on. He's actually
Tails locked
explaining
into the airplane.
everything.
It's time to make some of those important soldering
No
connections in my
way.
life. I'm trying to limit as many adapters, doohickeys, and things like that as possible. We have one little regulator. You know what? Should I use a different regulator? It's 15 amps. I'm gonna see if I have more name brand regulator. Okay, I talked myself out of using the cheap no-name universal battery limiter circuit, and we're going with the Castle Cremation's universal battery limiter circuit, which is just a 5-volt regulator. Supposedly high quality one, do a lot of amps. This thing is about as old as my RC career, though. It's been around forever. Like these guys have been making these things. They're known for as being Castle Cremations, is because when their ACs kind of blow up, they really blow up and catch on fire. Sometimes setting your airplane on fire. But this isn't a speed controller. This is a battery regulator, so no high amps. So I'm doubtful that this is going to catch on fire. And the reason I'm soldering most of these connections is because I'm trying to reduce as many plugs as possible, at least for the high-powered things. And basically, the servo's the high-powered thing here. Okay, let's do a test.
Yo, if
We have the
this,
two separate systems.
If we
Make sure
had
they
this
actually
in
work
school,
together, 'cause
my
I never
guy,
turned on two
if somebody
express
was
all
teaching
receivers
us
to-
this
no,
in
it's alive,
school-
do that in the VTOL. So I know they work together, but I need to make sure these ones work together. So we're gonna turn it on.
I
wiggle
would've
the control
definitely
surfaces
took this
around,
class.
move the motors, and then I'm gonna turn this thing off and see what happens. These things should stop
What?
running because I set the fail safes to make sure they don't turn off, because that would be a very bad day if I drop my controller or I pass out from my pure excitement and somehow break the radio and the plane just keeps flying away with me in it. That's on. It's waiting to connect.
yo, ain't no way.
Okay, let's check the motor. Put the two batteries into series, and that series connection goes into parallel for the two motors.
He got the
Two speed
wings
controllers.
working, bro.
And then they make this noise. Whoa! Something blew up. What did I screw up? Oh, that's bad. Did I really screw the polarity? Nuh-uh. Am I that stupid? I did screw the polarity. Ah, you idiot! Ah! Oh my goodness. I got the two polarities mixed up. That just shows you the power of these lipos. They immediately severed the connection and just blew the connector apart. See, that's why I put on my safety glasses where I plug this stupid stuff in. So that's no good. Luckily, I have a whole extra set of batteries, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I will probably have to change these out because, like, nah, I don't want to mess with them now. What about the other side? Did I screw that up? Nope, that's done correctly at least. That is such an idiot mistake. Like, you do that once and that's it, usually. Alright, that was like 45 minutes later of stupidity and resoldering because this little idiot right here didn't bother to check the polarity of these connectors. So now the stupid gray wire is the positive one and the black one is the negative one. Now we can plug this piece of crap in. Oh my goodness, what a waste. I actually destroyed one of my $200 batteries too. It's crazy. Like it's internally dead now. Something blew up inside of it. That's correct. That's correct. Here we go. It's in all the way. Okay, I think that's the arming.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're both turning exactly the right way. That one has the arrow that goes this way. This one's going the right way. So that looks good. All right, let's check the other side. Watch your nuts, Dave. Works pretty good. I can solder this. Then we do a failsafe test where I purposely turn this thing off by pulling the batteries out and making sure that the motors stop and the tail holds its current position. And then we should be good to go. Okay, it's running. That looks good. And I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to happen. So that's good. The other one went no pulses, so I have to set the failsafe up on that other one. Because you can see one elevator is locked in and one elevator is like on the ground. Which isn't exactly what I want, so we'll have to change that. But we'll turn this back on. And we're back.
Put this thing in the air, man. I think it just needs the propellers now.
Our glorious 3-pack. It's not quite a 6-pack like you'd see on a Cessna, but we have airspeed, attitude, and altitude. So that's cool. We have to interface it into my old dinner. So now I'm gonna cut some. Ooh, still smells like cheese.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Game.
Hot. Oh, I really burned myself good with that. You know, it's funny. I built that entire airplane, not a single cut, scratch, or even paper cut, or glue burns, or anything. And now building the instrument panel, I burned myself pretty bad with the big glob of glue from this stupid thing. Oh, that's gonna waltz up for sure. I made 𝒔𝒄𝒕𝒐𝒏 experience.
Ooh, it feels like it's going forward, man.
Yeah, it's going forward right now, but once it gets in place, it's gonna.
Okay.
Don't let go. It's gonna go backwards. No, once it actually gets position. Yeah, that's like perfect. Okay, that's very good. All right, 3 weeks of work, all out in the field. We finally concluded with all of our builds and we've done the center of gravity check and it all checks out pretty good. The only thing left is to put all of this hard work together in the field. This thing is still cardboard, but it's probably 96% cardboard now, maybe 97. You can still see the plywood in the wings, but who cares? Pick up the wing a little higher. But it's going together pretty smoothly.
This shit is crazy.
It's time to strap these wings on and finally prep to take flight. This plane is obviously a giant shipping box that is going via air freight. It needs the proper labels. So and here's the battery. So you make sure you put the battery sticker where the battery box is. It's tight, right?
I can't really.
Yeah, it's tight.
Fucking cardboard airplane.
It's got some pull.
Yo.
All right, propellers work, engines on. It is
Nah.
time to get in the airplane.
If
This is
this
going to
shit,
be
bro,
the
if
taxi
this
test.
shit get
First,
up
I'm
in
just
the
gonna just
air-
drive around a little bit. Then we'll start doing some high-speed runs.
I would be
It'll probably get light
amazed.
on the wheels. I may even get it off the ground just a little bit, and I'm going to quickly set it back down. And then we're going to taxi back, put in the actual batteries, then we're going to send it. The plane is now done. It is fully assembled. We are just waiting on weather, and then we can fly. But I should probably answer some questions from the last video.
The early 1900s race car attitude of the body is too small. Just put the lever on the outside is great. Your
Yeah.
work is always fun.
Funny
to see.
thing, I thought about that, but we changed that, so now I'm just doing the controls on the inside because it's just, inside is easy, so we're just doing that. So I just kind of cram my arms together and we fly. Okay, next question.
Right now, I'm really happy that I live in an era that I can watch some genius guy build a cardboard airplane. What a time to be alive.
I'm gonna get in this and fly. We're gonna do it.
For the
I
struts,
need
you
it.
might look at cardboard edge protectors, commonly seen on shipping boxes for heavy objects like refrigerators.
I saw that. Okay, that's a good suggestion. If I had some of that stuff, I couldn't really find any shorthand. That probably would have been okay for the struts to actually make them like struts that could take the load. But we had the Flying King post thing, and it's pretty light anyway, so.
As you said here, glue is stronger than cardboard. It's stuck to. Glue holds the top layer of one piece of cardboard to the top layer of another piece, and paper easily delaminates. You really want to use fasteners that go all the way through the cardboard to hold pieces together, then use large washers on both sides. Even zip ties are better than.
When we could, we would have done that. But the problem is, the whole thing is cardboard. Your fastener to grab onto this fuselage would have to like go basically to the bottom of it, which is why we did the tape slings. Like, that's the whole point of the tape sling, is it actually wraps around, and now the tape takes the load in case this lets go and breaks. So that's kind of how I got around that. And we definitely did that in some parts, like the tails mounted with screws. The screws go straight through the cardboard, have a big plywood washer, and they anchor into the wood. So that's pretty sturdy.
Have you ever read The Flight of the Phoenix? A RC designer and others re-rig a crashed plane to fly themselves out of the desert. This is giving a lot of the same vibe.
It will fly, trust me. I work for a company called Sizemore and Pratt. I've watched that movie so many times. This isn't really a Phoenix because it wasn't really built out of anything, but that movie was definitely a good one to watch. Both of them. I saw the one with the 𝒕𝒕𝒂𝒕 and the one with the C-119. You should check them out if you haven't seen both of them. Crazy thing is, the first one, they actually built the plane in fluid, and then it crashed. I think it actually ended up killing the stunt pilot. So that's kind of nuts.
Nah,
Not
this
trying
guy
to
is
set
a
a
genius.
record, the plane itself is a record.
It's only record if it flies. Speaking of flying,
on that. You ain't gonna rip.
Look at the pizza,
Like
the
Charles
pizza
Lindbergh,
box.
he has to
He got the
stick
pizza
out.
box
Okay,
up,
that's it. I
up
see the
front.
plane. All right, hand me the radio. All right, transmitter.
Bro. No. Can this thing catch air? Cardboard airplane, bro.
Alright, seems okay.
Yo. I think his only bad problem is the front wheel.
alright, the plane sucks. And it's mainly because of the wheels. The wheels have a lot of rolling resistance in this grass. So I might have to tweak it a little bit. I might have to go, I'm gonna go to the edge of this cut grass where it's real smooth. We're gonna try from there. I'm also going to put the nicer set of batteries in because right now it's got a weaker set. So they're not as hot. So hopefully that's enough to fly. Because I was at full power and it started to get light on the nose once I got up to some speed. I was pulling back a little bit, but it wasn't just fast enough to take off. I want to try to fly this time. Actually, hang on. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to try to be as light as possible. I'll lose some weight here. Here.
Can you just reverse parking?
Okay. Helmet, yeah.
Call me when you landed. I'll pick you up.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Yo, the wheel's straight now. He might be able to fly it. Oh shit, yo.
Woo. I got you, wheelie.
Bro, he almost had it
You got a
though.
long rope?
Well, that didn't really work out. The plane's a little underpowered, and mainly it's these wheels. They're just so draggy and they can't really cut through this grass. So I saw this thing online where they tow old aerogliders into the sky to do some training, and basically we can do the same thing here. Except I'm not even worried about it because the sled is firmly attached to the car and I have this pin to release it. I can eject this whole assembly once I get in the air. So we're gonna use the car to give us a little bit of a boost, get me airborne, and then I can kick and release the sled and hopefully just fly away.
All right, start moving.
Okay.
Come on, speed up.
Yeah.
Keep going faster a little bit.
Yo, there it go. Yo. He got it off the ground.
All right, he's off. He's off.
Woo.
Oh, there go the prop.
Bro. Yo. I feel like if he had a stronger engine or whatever, maybe. But that shit looked like it was definitely finna go. That's a good test though, bro.
Oh.
And it didn't mess up the plane. Oh, it did a little bit. Damn.
I couldn't tell if the undercarriage released though. I was kind of kicking it a little bit.
The prop just broke, but I think that's all that happened. Other than that, it was fine. Felt pretty good. We got off the ground. It felt a little tail heavy, so I might need to put a little more batteries in the nose. But other than that.
You can't park there.
Alright, I gotta see this video.
Let's go again. I might need ailerons.
That's crazy.
The freaking lady, the thing stayed attached. That's what I was worried about. Okay. I was like kicking it, and it felt a little funny, and then it came off, and then I wasn't compensated for that enough, and I got like it too slow, and it just kind of came back and touched the ground. I think I have to try it again.
Probably would be more better if they was on like road or something. They had like a decent road for this. The car can actually catch speed.
Well, there you have it, dear viewer. We've built the perfect Red Bull Flutog machine because it barely flew at all. Just kidding, this is not good enough for me. We have to do this again because this plane can definitely fly. I just have to do some quick improvements and then we can actually try this again because I want to go further, farther, and faster. But make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video, which is coming very soon.
Come on, man.
What the Why is it all wet? Where did this water come from? Oh god, they're all wet.
No.
Not good. Not good.
Rock.
I would love to see the next. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta hit him with a sub, bro. And then, like, that shit was, at least he tried. But I would definitely watch the next. If he do another one, bro, I feel like he'll definitely get off the ground. It just need the proper speed and the proper, I guess, proper energy, I guess. I don't know. But he know what he's doing, bro. Shit. Let's go, bro.